be alright. Yeah. Cause me and my clique, we don't give a fuck. Trick Daddy, you got it, let's go. If you want it, you can get it, let me know. I want to break this thing up. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it, let me know. I want to break this thing up. If you want some, come get some.
Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans, welcome back to another episode of FTW Future Focus. I am your not-so-humble correspondent, Robert Black, and in the middle of things, as always, he is the silent but deadly man from Chicago, Illinois, and he has about as much use for women's professional wrestling as I do for 1,200 milligrams of ibuprofen and a whole shitload of ZQuil. He is Marvelous Marcus Buckley. How you doing?
What's up, everybody?
Good to see you, sir. In the caddy corner is the master of wine, women, song, and cigars, who apparently is leaving the building because they suck at introductions. No, he is the president of Motown Wrestling Group on Facebook, the talented and very wealthy Tony Motown Allen. How you doing, sir?
I know about that ZQuil, Rob.
You know what? At the end of the day, I might need it because this back is just killing me. I've been in agony for months.
The people camp.
We'll get there. To my opposite is the lovely and talented young lady from North Carolina. She is the queen of Motown Wrestling Group and a wonderful human being in general. She is the Tigress Ty Nickerson. How you doing?
Hi, bitches.
All I gotta say to her is, Omega!
Speaking of which, above me, the man who is the founder of our feast, the president of FTW Network, my pal and friend, and the man who is currently having camera difficulties, which is why he is joining us audio and not visual. He is the mastermind, Bobby Rogers.
He broke the damn camera.
Yeah, right, I did. Broke yours too.
What the hell? You know, we're all in trouble today. I can just sense it. But how you doing? Mastermind?
I'm chilling. Want to thank everybody for being here. Got some news coming up here pretty soon. We'll probably release that in about 2 weeks. But everybody keep tuning in because it's about to get live.
Okay. Cool. Well, we are starting off today with a kind of a double header. We have got AEW Revolution coming up on March 8th?
Yep.
9th.
Okay.
This weekend.
All right, I'm confusing my dates here because Queen of the Ring debuts March 7th. And that Saturday is March 8th, and Sunday is March 9th. So,
wait a minute, it's March 9th?
I think so, isn't it?
It's the 9th.
Yes, yeah. I have been in so much pain that it's hard for me to remember things. And it looks like we may have temporarily lost Motown too, so it looks like we're 4 right now. But once we get him back, we will get on with it. But the first match on our docket for predictions is Swerve Strickland versus Ricochet for a number 1 contendership for the AEW World Title. And Marcus, well, let's start with you. What do you think's going to happen here?
I think Swerve is going to get his win back. You know, since he already put Ricochet over, I don't think Moxley or Edge versus Ricochet match is that appealing. So hopefully they'll do right by Swerve and let him get the win.
Ty, what do you think?
I'm with Marcus. I think Swerve's gonna win this, but there is a possibility that Ricochet might win this, but I don't see Ricochet being in the title picture just yet. I think Swerve needs to get his win back, and I think he needs to keep Prince Nana with him, because I would hate for Swerve to lose his right hand man, Prince Nana.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to be on board with that. We'll make it 3 for 3 because Swerve is one of the biggest baby faces in AEW right now, and Moxley, if he keeps the title, is going to need a fresh baby face to go up against. And Swerve is the perfect inspirational baby face for AEW. So yeah, I'm going to have to agree with the panel here and go with Swerve. Bobby, what do you think?
Yes, Tony.
Hey, Tony, welcome back.
I don't know what happened there. I think my tab caught whatever Bobby's computer had earlier.
Well, that's possible.
Tony, I told you about letting your OG boo Trish mess with your stuff.
Well, no.
I'm kidding.
Might have been my new boo Tiffany, because when Tiffany came out on Friday, she kind of leapfrogged Trish Stratus on my boo list. I would put Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton like dice.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. We're on the board this week.
I guess Mandy Rose ain't so new school boo no more.
Well, I'm sure you still have some affection for her, but
she's married
there now.
Yeah, but Tony, you'll get to go last on this one because I already called Bobby. Who are you taking in this match?
Man, it's got to be Swerve. There's going to be a third, so Swerve will take it. Then they'll go to a third. That's when the real guessing begins, because you never know with an AEW show.
Well, yeah, it is kind of difficult to figure that out. Motown, who do you have between Swerve and Ricochet?
Swerve's on a roll. Swerve when I drive. I swerve when I drive.
Yeah.
Well, that makes it unanimous. The panels.
Well, no, I mean he needs this win. I mean, Swerve's been on a rough streak since he lost his title.
It's been some bullshit.
Hey, Swerve, what's been happening to Swerve since he lost the title is what I said when everybody said I was crazy. Oh, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna get the title back. He's gonna be this. He's gonna be that.
I didn't say you were crazy. You were telling the truth. You weren't lying.
So, but no, Swerve get the win here.
There was on some bullshit.
Hey, he better get Nana's thing back too.
Yep.
Well, the
Give
panel's
Nana his baby back.
Well, the panel is united on that one. For the TBS championship, Mercedes Moné taking on Momo
Watanabe.
Watanabe, yes, that I don't have my glasses on. Since Motown, because of your technical difficulties, you can go first. What do you think here?
Well, you worried I might lose you guys again?
Well, you know, bugs are bugs, and we don't want to lose you at all. But we'll just make sure here.
So, which one are we doing there?
Watanabe versus Mercedes Moné.
Oh, that's her name. That's how you pronounce her name. Mercedes.
I'm gonna have to.
I would love to see Momo win, but because I'm just sick of Mercedes. Mercedes is so bad. Bailey's my second favorite horsewoman.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, I will reiterate that. I don't know a whole lot about Watanabe, but it's a little bit too. I'm sure she's fantastic, but I don't really know that much about her, and it's a little too early for Mercedes to lose the belt yet, because right now she has bragging rights on 3 or 4 continents, and she's she's fantastic over with at least the AEW audience. So I don't think they're going to take the belt off of her anytime soon. And to our resident lover of women's wrestling, Marcus, what do you think here?
Yeah.
I want to say I don't give a fuck, but I think it's too early, simply because AEW has done a terrible job of making us care about this woman or introducing her to us, letting us know who she is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say Mercedes as well.
Okay. That's a fair enough criticism, because if I don't know who Watanabe is, then a lot of people aren't going to know. Ty, how do you feel?
Hey, she's been in the Funhouse a couple times now.
You know what? I thought I recognized her name. It's just I've never seen her wrestle. So that's a good point.
Half-ass naked.
True. So I may recognize her when I see her, but we haven't seen how talented she is yet. Ty, what do you think?
The only time I've seen Momo Watanabe wrestle was at, I think, either Wrestle Dynasty or Wrestle Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
This past Wrestle Kingdom. So I'm like everybody else. I know a little bit about Momo, but my prediction is going to be a 2-parter. I'm sorry, Mercedes. As much as I want to see Mercedes keep the belt, I'm going with Watanabe, and I think she's going to have help from Billy Starks to help her win.
Interesting. Now, I saw Wrestle Dynasty. What match was she in again?
She was in the Fatal 4-Way with Willow Nightingale, I think it was Willow Nightingale and a couple of others. Let me check on that.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was on the pre-show, wasn't it? Okay.
Might have been on the pre-show.
Yeah, it was on. See, that's why I didn't remember seeing her wrestle, because that was on the pre-show. Bobby, what do you think?
Well, it ain't too early for me. So let me just say it now and get it out the way.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody hear me clearly on this, and I'll explain why. I don't give a fuck. And the reason being is Mercedes Moné. Who gives a fuck about that bitch? Fuck her. I don't give a fuck what she does. I don't give a fuck who she does. I don't give a fuck what she looks like on TV. I don't care what she got a doll over there talking. I don't care what the fuck she got, belts she got. I don't give a fuck how many continents she's on. I don't give a fuck if she spread her legs on the playhouse. Fuck that bitch. Because I probably got to stand about 3 blocks to look at the picture. Fuck that bitch.
Okay.
All right? I can't stand Mercedes Moné. I want to hit her with a fucking brick. I wish somebody run over with a fucking truck. I wish Stone Cold would come out of nowhere and just run her ass over with a fucking truck. Fuck the bitch. Fuck her. And I don't know what time to be to sit up there and say, hey, I want her to win. I don't know her that well. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that either. So I don't give a fuck. Fuck this match. And fuck fucking Mercedes Moné too. Fucking purple hair, fucking skank. Fuck that bitch.
Well, I gotta say about Mercedes Moné though. She's making it tough because I'm trying to have it just many as women. She has belts, and I'm about one woman behind her. What, she got like 5 belts?
Yep.
I need a 5th woman to put it on. Like, gosh, it'd be a whole work week for me.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future
The way she acts, she ain't getting no action.
You know I'm playing.
The way she acts, she ain't getting no action. Fucking skank.
Okay,
So
Ty, what were you?
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna
the
say.
only. You know what? Mercedes Moné is the only person that I know that if she went to play with herself, her hand would turn backwards.
Oh, good God. Bobby, thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Ty, what were you trying to tell us?
Okay, Momo Watanabe was in the Fatal 4-Way match for the International Women's Cup against Willow Nightingale, Persephone, and Athena.
Okay, that's why I never saw the match, because I am 99% sure that was on the
winner. And the winner of that match got to challenge anybody from any promotion to the belt of their choice, and Momo chose Mercedes.
Okay.
I would have wanted to see one of them say Rhea Ripley.
So that match actually should have been on the actual pay-per-view then, because it had consequences later on.
It was.
Well, that had to be what it had to be. Speaking of title matches on pay-per-view, I'm Ty, I'm going to let you take this one first, because Konosuke Takeshita defends the international title against Kenny Omega. Your side, boo. So how?
Is she right?
Omega!
I think she got a waterfall going on over there with that lady.
Oh, thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
Go,
oh, dear Lord.
Down goes Ty. Down goes Ty.
On Omega!
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Oh my God. YouTube is going to nail us to the wall.
That's what she want Omega to do.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Dear God Almighty. Ty, do you think Omega's going to get the belt?
You damn Skippy. My side, we're going to get that belt.
Damn straight.
And whip her ass with it.
And you know what? I'm going to go next, because I agree with that. I think that Kenny Omega, his comeback is really warmed up now, and he needs to get a measure of revenge on the Don Callis family. The best way to do that is to beat Takeshita and get his first international championship, which, it's become kind of the workhorse title in AEW. So
fuck the Don Callis family.
Exactly. So, and I would love to see Omega beat the ever-living shit out of Callis, which is something we've been waiting for months and months. I definitely want to see that. Especially if he, jabs his head with the damn screwdriver to get back at him, and he'll have a scar on two sides of his ugly-ass head. Okay, so Omega takes this one. Motown, what do you got?
I agree with you too. I got Omega as well, and not only is he gonna beat Tateska's ass, he's gonna take that belt and beat Ty's ass like it's a flogger.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future.
Oh my God! Why do I have to go 50 Shades on me?
Oh, no, we're going 75.
50 Shades of 50 Shades of Omega.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Oh, Marcus, bring us back to the clean world.
Okay, we'll keep it going. I say Omega has put Takeshita over twice. Omega is definitely getting his win back and taking the title.
Cool. Bobby.
Omega's the VP of the damn company. He's taking the title. That's why he's taking the title. I honestly think Takeshita should keep it. Takeshita's done good. I like him. He's grown on me. But honestly, it's Omega. He's the VP of the company. He's going to take the title because that's just the way he does. He's going to come all over that title like, oh, let me shut up. I was about to say something. Yeah.
Okay.
Just imagine Ty, Omega in a room and camera. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Wow. That got a lot of mileage.
That's what Omega said.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Speaking of mileage, we have the third in the Aussie versus England trilogy, in a steel cage, Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher. Marcus, who do you think goes over here?
I got a feeling this might be the match of the night, so I am going with Ospreay. I'm going with the babyface to win the trilogy.
That makes perfect sense. Tony.
I agree. I thought it was a civil market. I think this is going to be the match of the night. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I got Will Ospreay as well winning this one.
Mm-hmm. I'll go ahead and make that 3. It has been an amazing trilogy between these two. They know each other so well. They gel in an excellent way, and I can't get enough of Will Ospreay. I do think that he's going to go over. It's going to be a really rotten night for the Don Callis family, and this is going to be the icing on the cake. Ty, you feel the same way?
Yep, I'm going with the aerial assassin.
Sweet. Bobby, is it unanimous?
He'll mess it up. He'll be the one.
I don't know. Because Kyle Fletcher's really grown on me, too. I mean, Fletcher's a bad boy.
Yeah.
And this isn't one of them things where you sit up there and say, well, we know, like I can say about Omega. I can say Omega's greedy. He wants his shit. So, he's basically going to go over. These are the times where Ospreay lets a person go over so they can get more established. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I would not be honestly surprised if Ospreay did let him go over. But then there's an itching part of me that said, Ospreay might want to take this one because they might be moving him towards more of the world title.
Mm-hmm.
This is a toss-up for me, so yeah. I guess I'll keep it unanimous and just say Ospreay.
Okay.
But just know in the back of my mind, and I'm saying this here, I would not be shocked or upset at all if Fletcher won this, and I'm really expecting it. But I think it's going to be Omega.
Well, to tell you the truth, to tell you the truth, for the last 2 matches, the international title match and the cage match, it would not disappoint me in the slightest if the heels went over. Either Takeshita or Fletcher. Yeah. I mean, I would not be unhappy with either result because I know damn good and well that I'm going to get a wonderful match in exchange.
Hold on. Wait. I said they were good. I'm not going to say it's wonderful. I'm going to say it's good.
You're not going to give either match the full Orndorff.
No, Ospreay and Fletcher, I'll probably say yeah. But I don't think it's going to be the match of the night either. You'll be shocked at what I'm going to say the match of the night is when it comes up.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on then. For the AEW Women's World Title, Mariah May getting her rematch with Timeout Toni Storm.
Oh, boo! Timeless.
Okay. I'm going to go first. Okay. The reason I still think the reason that they brought the gimmick back and didn't kill it off forever is because of Toni Storm's involvement in Queen of the Ring. And since the debut for that movie is happening the same weekend that Revolution is, I highly doubt that Mariah May is going to get the title back. So, as much as it makes me want to puke in my soup, I have to say that Toni Storm is going to retain. I don't like that fact. I'm pissed off that they brought the timeout thing back. Drives me insane, but I know why they're doing it. Tony, go ahead.
You are crazy, Rob. Timeless Toni Storm is the best version of Toni Storm that we have had.
Yes.
Oh.
I didn't like the little rocker bitch. I didn't like the fucking outcast bitch.
Nope.
The only good thing about the rocker bitch and the outcast bitch was that ass. Cause that bitch got kicked for days.
Oh no!
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
I don't know if she got cake. I can't say it's cake. It's more like an oatmeal cream pie.
Actually, I was thinking it was more like muffins. And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
I'll put it in like warm apple pie.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
Wow.
You guys are tenacious today.
Yeah, he's sliding them in all day long.
That's what I do.
Thank you for joining us.
Why do you think Bobby called me Earthquake?
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future. I might as well just keep the thing in my hand throughout the whole show.
Shaking the house building 2001 amp.
Thank you for joining us on FTW.
But Timeless Toni Storm is the most interesting thing they got going in the women's division. I mean, and when she came back with this little amnesia bullshit, like she's back to her old, I was just like, what the fuck?
I thought that was stupid too, but I was just so happy to see the Nora Desmond thing gone that I was willing to accept that as long as they just kept her the way she was.
You're probably the only AEW fan that don't want to see Timeless.
Well, you know, Robert Black against the world is kind of what's on the marquee, Tony. That's just the way it works.
The people, I hope Matt Motown's wrestling group is watching this. Robert Black actually does dislike something in AEW, guys.
There are plenty of things I dislike in AEW. It's just that that's a long story, but there are plenty of criticisms aimed at AEW that I am happy to agree with. It's just that I'm not willing to give up on the company for reasons that I've made clear in the past and we don't have time for, because then I'll go on a heart-inducing rupture rant.
But on this one, Timeless Toni Storm need to keep the title. Mariah's May title reign was blah at best. The only interesting part of her title reign was when she was feuding with Toni Storm. Like, other than that, though, it was just like when Toni wasn't the champion, it just didn't feel the same. So I'm definitely going with Timeless Toni Storm here, even though Mariah May, though, oh my God.
I love Toni Storm. I just hate the damn gimmick.
But Rob, Mariah May, she's my AEW Tiff.
Okay, fair enough. But
shit, that's Team Motown right there. I'll take both of them and throw a little sprinkle of Mariah May on top.
Thank you for joining us on FTW.
I said I'm going for 5. I think I found my fifth woman is Mariah May.
All right.
You got Mandy Rose on Monday. You got Tiffany on Tuesday. Old School Boo on Hump Day. AJ Lee on Thursday. Mariah May on Friday. And Saturday, Sunday, I rest.
Well, yeah, after 5 days, you'd need 2. And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Oh my God. Ty, bring us back to the clean world again, please, for the love of God. Who wins this match?
Tony. The Timeless one. I don't want to see her lose the belt too soon. I don't want the psycho glamour bitch Mariah May winning it back.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Unless Mina Shirakawa can perform a miracle and intervene in this match, Timeless Toni is keeping this belt.
Actually, I'd love to see Shirakawa go after the damn thing. So whether she
the main reason I like Mina Shirakawa, she likes to get her dance on. But she puts a stank on it though.
Well, I like her for completely different reasons entirely. Mostly to do with skill.
Like, I like her for the same reasons Ty like her. That's for goddamn sure.
Second reason I like Mina Shirakawa, her outfits.
And Rob, Mina Shirakawa, her hips don't lie. That's for goddamn sure.
Thank you for joining us on FTW. Be that as it may, it's mostly about skill with me in Shirakawa.
I'm talking about skills too, Rob.
Thank you for joining us on FTW.
That's best that we both said it at the same time.
Yeah, because you're both thinking the same things. Speaking of which, I'm almost willing to bet what Marcus's response here will be, but go ahead, Marvelous One.
Well, Rob, first of all, I'm with you. I hate that stupid ass timeless gimmick. First and foremost, it gets to automatic mutate the mute for me. Either
Rob,
me or
Rob, don't get excited. He hates all things women.
Okay, that's first and foremost. And I almost really don't give a fuck about this match, but I'll make it unanimous and say Toni Storm for the hell of it.
Okay. So that's 4 down. Bobby, what do you think?
Wait. Before we move on to Bobby, though, because Marcus just went to talk about what he don't like. So let's just do a little song for Marcus. Oh, scissor me, daddy.
Oh, fuck
you. Scissor me.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
That was a short version. All right.
The unintentional karaoke edition, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, may it rest in peace. Oh, God. I miss the Acclaim and Billy Gunn.
Well, they do.
It's my turn to pick.
Yes, it is. Go ahead.
I ain't going to lie. The visuals of this match is going to be wonderful.
Facts.
I mean, I'm surprised Marcus wouldn't even look at that part.
Well, I mean, they got clothes on. Now, if it wasn't bra and panties, I would give a hell of a lot more fuck.
They almost got bra and panties on. What the hell did they got out of the ring?
Oh, almost.
Have you not seen Mariah May's ring gear, dude?
Boy, that's not even gear. You just get a G. That's it.
Thank you for joining us on FTW.
But my thing is this. There's only one winner out this whole darn match. And that's all the fans. Because we get to look at all that walking around the ring, getting smacked around and slammed around. And how dare you not like Toni Storm, Timeless One? How dare you? I love that gimmick. That gimmick is awesome. I knocked the dust off that one.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future.
Toni Storm. Timeless Toni Storm will take this. Unless they're going to end that timeless gimmick again. If they end it that night, Mariah might pull it off, but I'm sorry. I think Toni Storm's going to take it. She needs to keep taking it and keep it going.
Well, Merry Christmas, because like I said, I seriously doubt that they're going to take it off of her again this early because of the movie that she's part of.
How early did that take it off of her?
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Okay, let's move on before I have an aneurysm here. Hangman Adam Page taking on MJF. I'll go first on this one because I kind of get the feeling that everybody's going to be a little bit hostile toward this particular match for obvious reasons. I think that Hangman Page is going to win this.
Boom.
Mainly because I think that they want to keep this feud going in order to give MJF something to do while they decide whether he's going to be a complete heel or babyface, because I don't think they've decided yet. So based on the way that they've handled this feud, I think that they don't really know what direction they want to take MJF into, because there are so many people who are like siding with MJF no matter what he does. So that may be throwing a monkey wrench in the works. So I'm going to say that Page gets this here, if only for them to find out and gauge how people react to it in order to figure out what they're going to do with MJF moving forward, because I think that a feud with Moxley and the Death Riders would actually do a whole lot for MJF at this point. So Page takes it, and then we'll see what we'll see.
Can I go next? No, I want to go next on this one. I got to go next on this one.
Okay, Bobby, go ahead.
How the hell would MJF do anything for the Death Riders? If anything, or the Death Riders do anything for MJF? If anything, MJF will be doing a favor to the Death Riders by being in that match. MJF is the man there. Death Riders is garbage. I mean, toxic waste. I mean, landfill. I mean, I don't understand that mentality. Everybody likes Moxley. Fuck that dude. Fuck his bald head. Fuck that fucking Death Rider shit. Fuck that Amazon bitch they got in there. I don't give a fuck. The only one I like is a little Chinese dude. He's cool. But fuck everybody else. You know, I'm so sick of this shit. Fuck that Death Rider shit. They need to get the little dude out of there and let him go on his own and let these two motherfuckers go off into space somewhere.
Dang, he's the only one out of all of them. He likes Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah, I like Yuta. But
I've always liked Yuta.
Yeah, Yuta is the shit. I think they need to really do some shit with him and have him be an underneath guy that comes up and wins. But of course, guess what? You got Moxley in the fucking mix wanting to get his shit over. So fuck that dude. I'm tired of that motherfucker. MJF should take it. MJF should go on and be the man of the company and be the head of the company, but they fucking around.
Okay then, Tony.
Okay, yeah, thanks. I follow that shit. First of all, I do like the Death Riders though. I mean, especially, really, Euler is a solid worker. He definitely is the shit. I wish Claudio could get a fucking push. That motherfucker is talented as fuck, and they're not utilized on the right way. But I digress. Honestly, you know, I shit on AEW a lot. You know, I shit on Tony Khan. I shit on Tony Khan. Like, this man made me shitting on bitches. Right on the fucking face.
Thank you for joining us on FTW. But go ahead.
But I'm not going to go Vince McDiddy on this, though. I honestly agree with Rob here.
What?
I agree with Rob. And here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. MJF could take a shady loss, a cheap loss. He could take an L here and be good. He's uber over. Like, he could take this L. The way they've been doing Hangman Adam Page and the way they've been building him, I mean, especially with some of the wins that he has picked up over the last 6-7 months, beating MJF, it would do a lot for him. And like Rob said, would keep the feud going. They could do 3 matches. He can win this one, and MJF win the next 2 and then move on. But you got like at least 2 months of programming here. Mm-hmm. If Hangman wins. MJF win, program's over. Nobody's going to give a shit about this feud if MJF wins. Why not keep this shit going? I mean, because you got so much talent. Like, MJF should be the world champion. Unfortunately, though, right now, I think Swerve should be the champion. But you got several guys that could be champion, and they're not. Why not extend this program in a little bit longer, see what you can give with some other people and everything? Elevate fucking Hangman. The motherfucker ain't going nowhere. Why not try to put money on him? It don't matter why. He ain't going nowhere. So why not make him a star? Why not make some money? This is a goddamn business. This is a business, though.
He don't deserve a job.
But he got a job. So if I'm running AEW nowhere, I'm gonna make some money on him.
He needs a job then.
No, I'm gonna make money, and I like the character that they're doing with him right now. I like the angle that they're going with him over the last several months.
Man, that dude ain't believable to be worth shit. Fuck that dude. Fuck Hangman.
I like what they're doing with Hangman. I'm out of Hangman right now, and I want to see more. I want to see them develop him and grow him, though. So
and get this.
I think it's good for the company.
And get this, if you notice during my review, I did not say his name once. Guess why? Because Hangman ain't shit.
Well, that's your opinion. Everybody don't agree with you. Nobody gives a reaction.
I know.
Keep that reaction going. Make money. Cater to the 80-90% of the people that like him and not the 10% that don't.
I ain't gonna say it's about 80 or 90.
It's more. It's over 50.
Okay, I'll give you that.
So more than half your fan base like him. So build on that, because there's a lot of guys in that locker room that don't have the support that Hangman does, or get the reaction that Hangman does, get the fans behind him like Hangman does. Build on that. You gotta build on that.
I guess business reasons, yeah.
Marcus, what do you think?
Tony, they already tried. They made him their world champion. Bryan Danielson put him over. He's not shit. Okay, he's the worst champion they've ever had. They've already went to that well.
Garbage.
That run was horrible. I will give you that. That run was horrible.
Horrible.
Yes, it's dry. That's
horrible.
He's dry. It's dry as the nun's pussy. Okay.
Oh, thank you for joining us on a
Done.
That is the most thank you for joining us in the history of thank you for joining us.
Tony, I don't know what 60% looking at. No. He's a glorified Carter at best. That's it. No. Push Claudio. Push Yuta. Push anybody else. They tried. No, absolutely not. No. MJF all the way. They going. He's moving on. Please, God, Tony Khan, do not give us 2-3 matches of this shit. No, absolutely not. No. I'm going.
Please, Tony, please don't push Hangman Page.
No, they already doing that. They shove Orange Cassidy down our throat. They shove Danny Garcia down our throat. Please don't give us fucking Hangman 2.
Man, they did shove Orange Cassidy down our throats, and AEW did like most little sluts on fucking Halston Street. There, they spit that shit out.
Yeah, and they're gonna do the same. If they push Hangman again, it's gonna be the same thing.
Wow.
I said they spit them out, Rob. Like fucking the bitches took Hangman, and Orange Cassidy took orange juice and spit it out. They didn't swallow it; they spit it out.
Pulp and all. Well, yeah. Ty, go ahead, please.
You on that?
Thank you for joining us on.
Whoa! We don't need no biting now. We don't need any biting.
I'm with Marcus on this one. I don't want the push for Hangman. I'm gonna have to go with MJF. They already tried it with Hangman. It failed. But but I do want to piggyback on what he said about pushing the other Death Riders. I agree with what he said. Push Yuta, push Claudio, push Marina. Push those 3. Because those are the ones that deserve to get the bigger push. I feel like Moxley's the only one that probably gets a push, and I'm just not feeling it. But Claudio, Marina, and Yuta, those 3 need the push the most. It's not just Claudio. Wheeler deserves to be pushed. Claudio deserves to be pushed, and so does Marina. All 3 of them deserve a push. So sorry, I'm gonna have to go with MJF.
Now,
no cowboy shit for this girl.
Wait, quick question, Tyler, because I don't catch all of AEW shit. Has Marina wrestled yet?
No, she ain't wrestled yet.
Okay. I just making sure.
Roderick Strong's real life wife and baby mama needs to wrestle a match or something.
Well, Marina Shafir did wrestle before. It's just that
she wrestled when she was with Nyla Rose.
Right, but she hasn't wrestled with the Death Riders yet.
Right, she sucks.
And swallows.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Wow. Okay, let's move on to our main event for the AEW World Title. Jon Moxley versus Cope with the Pope on a soap on a rope.
Oh, can I go first on this one?
Go ahead, Tony.
Fuck this stupid gimmick. Fuck his stupid name. I can't cope with Cope. You already tapped out to fucking Moxley. End this shit. Y'all talk about like don't extend MJF and Hangman. If they put the title on Cope, they're gonna extend this program, and there's no need to. Moxley need to tap his ass out again and send him on his fucking way, and move on to other things like MJF or Swerve Strickland, who should be getting fucking title matches instead of fucking Cope. That fucking dope. Fuck you, Cope, and fuck you, Mox.
Oh, damn, Tony, you on a fiery roll.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something I'm drinking. I don't know.
I don't know. You've been drinking from the heel haterade. I don't know.
I have been. Let me go back to my happy place. Let me just imagine myself inside Mandy
the
Rose.
Milk of human hatred in your hands.
Oh, Mandy Rose.
I get that. I get that too when I'm sick or,
I'll make a no caller.
Okay, Ty, what do you think?
All right, let me get myself into composure. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I just don't give a fuck. And let me explain why. Mox already made Copeland tap once. 9 times out of 10, he's gonna make him tap again. I don't care if they get they get FTR and Willow Nightingale, no disrespect to her, involved. Moxley's still gonna make Copeland tap the fuck out faster than I can grind on my main boo, Jeff Hardy, and my other boo, Jericho's laps and give him a lap dance.
That ain't the only thing you're gonna be grinding on. That's for goddamn sure.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll be grinding on my side boo too. Can't leave him out.
I've got to go next because I am picking Moxley as well. However, even though I am a very strongly against the stupid ass abbreviation of Adam Copeland's name that we have made fun of constantly.
And it ain't stopping either.
No, it shouldn't stop until they change the shit back because it's stupid and it needs to go.
And what else need to go is the rated R superstar. That motherfucker's rated G.
Well, be that
I thought he was rated P, the rated PG superstar.
Okay,
well, as long as if he does win the belt, I hope he doesn't put that fucking star spinneret on the front of it. That would just be the
ridiculous. God, I remember that.
I would be really pissed if they went that route. But be that as it may, Moxley is going over in this match. But I'm not going to shit on the journey here. I realize that in that 6-man no rules match that Moxley choked out Copeland. Fine and dandy. I understand why you guys think this is a waste of time because of that. I disagree because of the conditions that the match were fought under and the fact that they've tried to keep Copeland strong in between those two areas. So
that's the thing though, Rob. It's a tag team match. You want to keep them strong. You fucking have that little pocket knife Jay White get choked out.
I'm not saying that I disagree with that. I'm saying that Copeland is over enough to where he could handle that. And I think this match is going to be better than we're giving it credit for because Adam Copeland, in his 50s or not, is a fantastic performer, at least on par with Christian Cage. And I know that these two guys are capable of, the two ring generals, of putting together a match that is extraordinary, even if it's limited. So as much as I would like this feud to be more, we have bitched and complained for 2 years about how AEW doesn't rely on storylines. Well, here we've got a main event that is storyline driven. Copeland, the underdog, versus Moxley and his pack of wolves. And I think they've told that story pretty well. So even though Copeland is not getting the belt, I seriously doubt it. There would have to be some kind of incredible mishap in order for that to happen. I still think that this is going to be a decent main event. I'm sure a lot of us disagree here. Marcus, what do you think?
Well, I've been saving this for the whole card. I don't give a fuck.
That's two.
His first men's one, though.
Well, yeah.
In the last 2 weeks.
I mean, it's like we already pointed out last week. The feud was over. He tapped. He got choked out. It should be over. We went. I'm not gonna go through it like we did last, but I mean, it should be done. It's like showing the ending of the movie in the middle of the picture, and you keep going. Stupid as hell. No.
Well, that depends on.
I also want to piggyback on this feud. I feel like this feud has run its course. This feud reminds me of a psycho ex-girlfriend where when you try to break up with them and the girlfriend says, no, it's over when I say it's over. That's what this feud is like to me.
Ty, why you gotta bring up psycho ex-girlfriends? Like, you give me flashbacks.
Sorry, Tony, but sometimes I had to do it just to make a point.
You made a point. Oh, God, I got chills.
But I know. I could have used another analogy. I'm sorry.
I mean, you not got a reputation for like digging crazy chicks, and Jesus Christ, Bobby can attest to it. That ain't a fucking joke.
No, speaking of Bobby, eviscerate me.
I think you're gonna be surprised by my answer, and I'm gonna explain why. And once I think about it, I'm more sure of it now than ever. But again, it's AEW. But I honestly think that Copeland is walking off with that title after this.
Whoa!
It's the only sensible thing they can do from a tap out. And the reason I'm saying that is because usually, and Marcus is right 100%, I know this from being in the ring, when you tap somebody out, that is usually the finality of everything that happens. The only way to continue, especially if it's a babyface that tapped out, is that babyface goes through that match. They're going to have a hell of a match. They're going to wrestle each other and counter. He's going to get them in that hold again. And everybody's going to be like, oh shit, he's going to lose. He's going to almost tap. He's going to hold, break it some kind of way, blah, blah, blah. And he's going to come up with a submission move of his own to make Moxley tap and win that belt. The only way to get out of it where it makes sense. And then you can have what I'm thinking in the future would be MJF versus Edge. Or Copeland, or whatever the fuck you want to call him. He's still Edge to me, fuck him. But it's the only logical thing that can happen. So I'm going to go with Copeland on this one. Because I think the Death Riders has ran its course. It's done. They got to do something. And I think Edge having that title is gonna try to do something here.
Edge having that title, to be honest with you, though, because MJF or fucking Swerve Strickland should be the one beating Moxley for the title next week, not Cope.
I get what you're saying, but I'm looking at logic as the only way to even book the match and get out of it is that Copeland comes back as a babyface, get trapped in that same exact finishing hold that Moxley put on the win. He gets out of it and puts on his own finishing submission move and makes Moxley tap out. Only way that would make sense for them to even have a rematch is they go into that avenue. There's nothing else they can do. Nothing. Interference wouldn't make sense. Cheating wouldn't make sense. Why you gotta cheat when you already made them tap out? You know what I'm saying? All of the scenarios don't make sense except for the babyface is gonna win. He's gonna reverse that finish, and he's gonna put a finish of his own as a submission and make him tap. Only logical thing.
Then you're dragging this out. You're not putting a title on MJF anytime soon because Moxley's going to be facing him again and probably going to beat him the next time.
I don't know. They could cut it off when Moxley don't chase him.
We'll see where they go. I mean, it's...
I'm picking Copeland. Edge. Fuck Copeland. Edge.
You can't cope either.
Nope. Can't cope with dope.
No. Not with soap on a rope with a lot of dope.
No. I'm not alone. Not gonna alone. Nope.
No. I need no lava soap, dope. Never mind. That's an old damn commercial. Speaking of commercials, I think we have hit that point in the show. Bobby, can you do our corporate sponsor here?
Basically, we talk about beating people and making people tap out. Well, let me tell you something. There is a place that will make you tap out every time you taste their meat. I tried to say it with the same face. Oh my God.
Thank you for joining us on our corporate sponsored edition of FTW Future Focus. Bobby.
Oh my God, help me.
I had somebody tap out on my meat yesterday, so.
Thank you for joining us on FTW.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what I got to deal with in the group every day.
But, guys.
And twice on Sundays.
If you do want some high quality beef, you want a good steak, you want some good pork, go over to the meat shop in Indianapolis, 1221 South High School Road, right off 465 in West Washington, in Indianapolis, Indiana. They got a lot of bang for your buck. Make sure you go there. Check them out. They got different packages of meat for you. You can get a small package if that's your style, or you can get a big.
Now you're just doing it on purpose.
No! I seriously wrote this down. And I didn't realize how it sounded until I started saying it.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
Oh my God.
Please remain our sponsor.
I wouldn't mind putting the small packers on AJ Lee. That's for goddamn sure.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. What is the name of the company again, Bobby?
The Meat Shop. 1221 South High School Road. If you want some good meat in your mouth, go to the Meat Shop.
The Meat Shop, Indianapolis, Indiana. Come check it out. It is very good for your health.
And ladies, if you want some good meat in your mouth, you can also come to Dollar Run Lane as well. Got you.
Thank you for joining us on FTW. Oh my God.
Y'all gonna get demonetized. Y'all gonna get us demonetized.
They're gonna get us arrested.
I got money through Friday Field. I'm trying to fill Saturday.
Hey.
We are gonna get arrested.
Our house is called Taste of Chicago.
Dear God in heaven. Moving on. Elimination Chamber. We have reactions to what we witnessed last night. And, frankly, I was, but we'll get to my reactions. But let's start off with the first match, the Women's Elimination Chamber. Bailey, Liv Morgan, Bianca, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, and who was the sixth one?
Roxanne
Perez.
Yeah. Bobby's pick, but let Marcus go first on this one.
Marcus, if you dare.
I'm going to surprise you guys. I gave this a 4. And this was actually, to me, the match of the night. I mean, they did it. To me, if you're gonna do a match like this, particularly with women, I think they did it right. You know, they started the match off crazy. You know, they beat the Jade beat the shit out of my baby, and I gotta give Naomi credit. She sold her ass off.
Yes.
I mean, she looked like she was getting killed. And I mean, this was like I almost want to call 911. It's like this is like manslaughter right here.
Oh my God!
I mean,
Someone please call 911.
Naomi got the shit beat out of her, but I'm really hoping that
Bianca sold that shit too in a pod.
Yes.
I saw that. She was banging on it, screaming like, "No!"
The best sale job was Liv. Liv looked like she was about to shit on herself. I mean, she looked scared as hell.
Yes.
Jay was. She was like, "Oh shit."
I mean, I thought all of that was great, and I'm glad they made the chamber the actual weapon. The only weapon used in that match was the braid, which got that last she gave across Liv. Oh my God, what the fuck is that braid made of? That was ridiculous. It's like you ain't look. She ain't. She may be bondage, but you ain't hitting me like hell. That was ridiculous. But I like that there wasn't a lot of disappearing acts by the women that were noticeable, unlike the men's match coming up. So I give a big plus for that. I mean, I think they did good jobs setting up more matches for down the road at Mania. I kind of thought Bianca was going to win. I thought every woman had a moment where they shine. I thought everybody did well, and I gave a match of 4. I thought it was really good.
And this was your I don't give a fuck match.
Exactly. That's why I was so shocked. It was good. I was pleasantly surprised.
I am amazed by
I
that.
am too.
Ty, what did you think?
This was also my match of the night. 4.5. Marcus, I'm sorry about your boo Naomi getting beat down. I'm sorry.
Got an ass whoop. That wouldn't even beat ass.
I'm sorry, your boo got her ass tore up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I want to tear that.
Thank you for joining us on FTW.
The only thing I liked about Jay's return was her outfit. I loved her outfit. And the other part was when Liv, you know the feeling where your life just flashes before your eyes. That's how Liv was when she thought Jay was about to beat her ass. Jay looked at her like, I know it wasn't you. And she went right over to Naomi. Meanwhile, Bianca's sitting over there beating on the pod, getting all emotional. Like she saw her best friend get killed in a horror movie. And Alexis just over there chilling, being sinister and scary, taking on theme vibes as usual. And I'm guessing Roxanne wasn't out there, but if she was probably over there chilling. But oh my God, they were just using the chamber as a whole weapon.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go next, and this rating may surprise you as well. I gave this a 3.
Wow.
3.0. The match was not bad, but it started a theme of the night, which got steadily worse as the show progressed, which was the match is secondary to the event that they were trying to get. One event was bigger than the whole damn match, and that was the beginning where Jade came out and revealed Naomi was the person that attacked her, or at least one of the people that attacked her, because we haven't gotten the whole picture yet. And as exciting as that was, the rest of the match, minus a few spots where they honestly did use the chamber correctly, it wasn't anything that we haven't seen before.
Ooh.
And it just didn't impress me that much because we've seen the women do Rumble matches and War Games matches, and they've managed to hold their own in certain scenarios, but then it all starts to look the same after a while, with the exception of a few spots. The whiplash was awesome, I'll admit that. And some of the dives and ramming people bodily ramming them into the chamber were fine, but it didn't feel unique except for the beginning and the fact that Bianca went over. Nobody was really looking for that, but the fact that that the titles were taken off Naomi and Bianca, I guess, kind of facilitated the win that Bianca got, and now we're gonna see, and now it puts the whole match between Rhea and Io tomorrow night in doubt, which who knows? Maybe they'll do a babyface versus babyface match for WrestleMania. Who knows? But what I do know is that as much as I liked this match, it didn't set the world on fire for me. So I gave it a solid 3. It wasn't terrible. It was a damn good match. It's just we've seen there wasn't anything unique about it for me except the beginning, which wasn't enough for me to put it in 4 territory. Tony, go ahead.
Honestly, we've seen so many chamber matches. I think we're at the point it's going to be hard to do something we haven't seen before. I just think I like the fact that they utilized the cage well. I like the fact that, like, as Marcus pointed out so many times, women shouldn't do gimmick matches if they don't do it right. And this was a gimmick match I wasn't really excited about. It was kind of like whatever for me. And they exceeded my expectations because they did use the gimmick right. It didn't seem like they were out of place. And I was perfectly happy with that. And I've never seen anybody use that fucking chamber door and slam it on somebody like Jay Cargill was slamming that motherfucker on Naomi. I thought the beginning, I'm happy that they did as good as they did after the beginning, because the one thing I was really worried about is come on, they shot they load in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, we were not expecting Jay Cargill to come. We were expecting Jay Cargill to come out. We weren't expecting her to come out before the match started.
Right, exactly.
I kind of like how they did that, though, because we were expecting Jay Cargill to come back at Rumble, and she didn't. And it was kind of like, what the fuck? So even though we expected her to come back here, we weren't sure. I like how they did it, and the way they did it, and the story they telling. I'm happy they didn't bring her back at Rumble. I thought this was a better comeback for her. And now I'm gonna get the ass whooped. They got so many different ways they could go with the story. Like, you don't know, like, if Bianca was involved. I watched this shit again, and when Jay came out and Liv looked like she shit her pants, Naomi looked back she looked at Bianca in a pod like,
Or did.
She kind of looked like, I don't know if she know. And I kind of felt like them two both know they did it.
Both of them.
Which possible.
So I don't know how they going. I can't wait to see how they going with this, because in my opinion, if Bianca's going to turn on Naomi, because Naomi did it on her own and she going to say babyface, put the title on Io. If Naomi's going to heel, put the title on fucking Io tomorrow. And I also like, me and Bobby talked about it yesterday, how them two dressed in white and Jay came out in black, like the complete opposite of them. They're telling a great story here. I thought that Alexa Bliss should have won. I don't know what they're doing with Alexa Bliss. They team him there's hits of the Fiend, there's hints of that shit, but they're not going all in on it. But I thought the women did really good. It was not my match of the night, but it was definitely a damn good match, though. I gave it a 4 as well.
Wow. Okay. Bobby, what did you think?
In a word to Ron Simmons, damn! I'm sorry, this was my match of the night. Now, it was the match of the night. Think about what I'm saying. The match itself was awesome. Everything that happened at the beginning was awesome. On point. Didn't overshadow what was going to happen later, but it was overshadowed enough to where it was more powerful the way it imprinted in your mind. I'm sorry. Tony took a lot of my points that I was going to say. That motherfucker hanging around me too fucking much. I'm telling you. I was at first kind of like, why did she come out so early? But afterwards, I was like, I understand. That girl, Jade, has went through some training.
Yeah.
She has went through some training because her posture, her stance, her pump kick, when she did her pump, Tony will attest to you, I jumped up. She got me hyped. Jade got me hyped off that. That girl need to be signed to Chicago Bears because we need a punter. That girl is a bad chick. Oh my God. I thought she was gonna go through the glass. I thought Naomi was going straight through that glass. I was like, Marcus is gonna be mad. Oh shit. Because
that's why I told Marcus, it's the other part you ain't gonna like. That's why I tell him.
That bump kick was perfect. I mean, you can tell the growth she has had training when she came in there. She owned that ring. She commanded that ring. She commanded her spots. If you remember when she was at AEW, she first got to WWE, it was like she was going through the motions. You know what I'm saying? She was doing her shit, but she was going through the motions. No. This Jade came in and said, this is my shit. Fuck you. Bah! 50-yard field goal. Take that, Pat McAfee. How you like that shit? Yeah, that girl snapped. And the selling. Oh my God. Oh, they could have sold ice. They could have sold an igloo to a person in Antarctica. I mean, all the elements was there. And then the mixture of the styles in the match that clashed with each other. Couple of missed spots here and there. So fucking what? Because the rest of the shit was on point and perfect. This was a 5. Perfect. Absolute goddess. Goddesses of the ring. Even though I see while Roxanne didn't win, I'm not disappointed at all with the way the shit turned out. This was an absolute perfect match. Okay? Perfect match. 5. All day long.
There was some sloppy. Like, they had some sloppy moments in this match too. Now,
yeah, they had a couple of them.
Like, this match wasn't perfect.
I think it was because the other shit with the selling and everything overshadowed that shit. That shit was so meaningful till it overshadowed it. There are times in a match to where you have it, to where you're going to have a couple of slip-up spots. But guess what? If you can sell and you can do certain things in that ring, you can overcome that shit. And them girls did that last night. Sorry, I think it's fine.
Okay, Bobby, follow-up question.
What's up?
Without the Jade Cargill taking out Naomi at the beginning of the match, if that did not happen at all, and we just had the chamber match, would you have still given it a 5?
Can't say. Because if that didn't happen, Naomi would have still been in the match.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't really evaluate it that way because Naomi would have still been in the match and it could have been different factors and different dynamics that happened in that match.
I don't know. I don't think it would have been as good.
Okay, fair enough.
Naomi ain't no slouch, man.
No, I get that though, but that set the tone for the match.
When I gave it a perfect 5, that'd have been hard.
Yeah, but
been hard.
Well, see, that's the point that I'm trying to make here. That's why I gave it a 3.
Yeah,
that moment mattered more than the rest of the match did, and to me, that took away from it.
See, and
not
that's what
necessarily
I
that took
don't
away from
understand
it though,
why you
but
think
like,
that way, because that moment is the match.
And that's a theme on the night.
But I think that moment also, like Bobby said, like there was moments that kind of outside of some of the sloppiness. If you don't have that moment, the sloppiness that happened in that match sticks out more.
Well, maybe so, but it just to me, I had to downgrade it because it overrode everything else. And like I said, I did.
Hear me out on something real quick.
All right.
And this is what I get mad about not only AEW fans, but WWE fans, TNA fans, independent fans. I mean, you can go down the fan row, and it pisses me off because you got some of them everywhere. You have to understand it has to be a balance. All right? I spoke about this with Tony not too long ago. A balance. They had the perfect balance right there of damn good wrestling and damn good storytelling at the same fucking time. Not just good wrestling and good storytelling, damn good wrestling and damn good storytelling at the same time. The girls used the cage, the girls kept active, the girls was on point. Yeah, they slipped up and messed up, but they're human. They're not fucking robots. If they were robots, they'd be in Japan somewhere getting sold for $14,000. Just text to it. All right? I'm just keeping it 100 though. I'm being honest.
No, and you're making a.
They are going to mess up. You're going to mess up in a match, whether it's going to be noticeable or not. You're going to mess up in a match. So that story, and you executing that story, is the reason that people get involved and interested in the characters. That's why AEW fails. Because guess what? They pay attention too much of the moves instead of you getting invested. The moves is cold. Don't get me wrong. AEW, they flip around and do some crazy ass shit. Make you think it's an Aunt Mama pancake. Them motherfuckers crazy. Alright? But to get me invested, to get the average wrestling fan invested, you have to do the hard work. The hard work is getting the fans emotionally invested so they will continue to follow you and care about what you're doing throughout your journey of wrestling. That is the hardest thing they can do. And that's why I talk shit about the fucking Young Bucks. That's why I talk shit about Hangman Page. That's why I talk shit about Baby Bitch fucking Bruce Perry or whatever his fucking name is. Because they don't want and they don't have the personality to do a fucking match that gets people invested. Hangman Page, okay, maybe a little bit, all right? But Young Bucks can't do it. Baby shit can't do it. A lot of AEW wrestlers can't do it. They can perform individual matches well, but not a fucking continuous story. And that's what makes the money. That's what gets people invested. That's what gets you to want to say, hey, I want to see this shit again.
Okay.
Rob, I do want to throw something in and then you go, okay? Because you can follow me on this.
Go ahead.
I'm not saying the match wasn't good. Those slips, to me, when I think of perfect match, I think perfect match. Like, Savage Steamboat had no slip-ups. That was my whole thing. Like, it was a great match. I just think it wasn't perfect. The moment, though, Rob, that you think took away from it, I thought was placed perfect, though. We didn't expect Jay to come out early as she did, but they did that perfect because I think it would have taken away from the match if it would have been later. So the fact that they were able to do that and then have their match and those women performed after the match, I think it all worked. I liked the moment in the beginning because I didn't have the high expectations for the match. It was Marcus's I don't give a fuck. But it got us vested in it though, man.
Well, like I said, I did not hate this match. I gave it a 3, which is a decent score, and put a pigeonhole, put a comma on this argument because there's something interesting here that I want to come back to when we get there. Okay. Next match is the women's tag match Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Candice LeRae and Nia Jax. Bobby, you can take this one first. If you're feeling up to it.
75% of the match was okay with me. 25% wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's Garbajo's wife. Now you talking about some fuck ups in the match. That girl fucked up more times than a little kid that got caught robbing a store with his mom standing there. Garbajo's wife should not have a job. She shouldn't be wrestling. That was terrible. She brought that match down. So, unfortunately, for the other three girls, it brought them down. I'll give it a 3.5. Barely. Actually, no, I'll give it a 3. Because she screwed that match up so fucking bad. Candice LeRae needs to go somewhere. I'm sorry. I'm done. I don't even. It's not even worth my breath. Fuck that bitch.
Okay. I'm going to take this one next because this was actually my bottom match of the night. I gave this 2.25. It wasn't. We were talking about investment in a match just a few minutes ago, and there were two things that took me out of it. Number one is that, again, the match was secondary to giving the hometown team their moment. Because Trish and is Tiffany Stratton Canadian? No, she's not. But Trish Stratus is. And they were both dressed in the Canadian colors. So basically this match was existed pretty much in order to give Canada a nod, which is fine. I get that because the not sanctioned match wanted to do that, but you had two Canadians there, so it canceled itself out. They wanted a feel-good Canadian win for the hometown. Secondly, what is the dynamic between the main reason for this whole match in theory is that Tiffany is feuding with Nia, or at least was until until Charlotte won the Rumble. So now the crowd was definitely behind Stratus and Stratton. So I thought Tiffany was supposed to be the damn heel here, and yet they switched it up because of Canada, because of Trish. So
no, she's been babyface since she cashed in.
Well, either way, it depends on who. Anyway, my point is that the whole thing got convoluted because of those two factors, and Candice LeRae was sloppy. I'll give that too, but there was a lot of sloppiness in this match that didn't really work out very well, and I couldn't give it any higher than 2.25. Everybody tried, and Canada was into it. So, but yeah, 2.25 was all I could give it.
Can I go next?
Guess what? We don't like sloppy seconds, so.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Go ahead, Tony.
You guys know I love Tiffy. And I love Trish. So, I mean, that those are my boos. This is definitely my tag team here, like my dream tag team. But this was the worst match of the night. And on top of that, you have 4 matches on this card, which fuck it is ridiculous. You only have 4 matches. Like I do get less is more, But Jesus Christ, I think this card could have had 6 matches instead of 4. Not only do you only have 4 matches, though, everything else moved the needle for WrestleMania. Everything else we saw tonight got me more excited for WrestleMania. This did nothing at all, other than what Rob pointed out. It was only for Toronto. That's it. This did move the needle with Tiffany Stratton in her title match at WrestleMania. Charlotte wasn't there. Charlotte did nothing. They're not moving forward with Trish against either one of those bitches. Trish was just there for, like, this had no place on this card at all. This match is on the pay-per-view, but we gotta wait till tomorrow to see who Bianca Belair is going to face at WrestleMania. Why the fuck wasn't Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky for the title not on this pay-per-view? Why are we getting that on Raw? If you want me to feel like that's a big deal. So, not only the sloppiness, not only the uselessness, and not only the fact that, like what Rob pointed out, this was only there for Toronto, I give this shit a 1.
Damn.
And I give it a 1 because of Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus. I did get to see my boos. But this match was a fucking waste of time.
Wow, I thought I was being mean. Holy
That's
crap. Wow.
What purpose? What purpose other than serving Canada? What purpose was this match on the road to WrestleMania?
I guess to move Stratton on from Nia. Other than that, no.
They could have did this on SmackDown. And they could have put Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley on the pay-per-view for the title.
I agree with that.
Well, okay, they're still on selling Netflix.
I get
That's
it,
why.
but like
That's true.
Did not everything that we saw tonight moved the needle for WrestleMania. This one did not. If Charlotte would have actually shown up, it probably would have been different though, because now you build in towards that match with them too. But just like Roman Reigns, Charlotte wasn't there. Why the fuck did this guy? Why the hell is she off? You've been off for a goddamn year.
Netflix. It's Netflix.
Yeah. Ty, what did you think?
This was my worst match of the night. I give this a -1.
Hey, y'all thought I was bad.
Damn.
When Trish is on top of me, I'll be saying thank you, Trish. But right now, say thank you, Ty.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
And I wanna explain why this was my worst match of the night. They should have did a better job with this match. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This match was just dog shit. Pure dog shit.
Okay.
I still give it a -1. This should have been my I don't give a fuck match.
It was Marcus.
Well,
but the good thing with Tony, he got to see both his boo things. So I give him credit for that.
That's why I gave it a 1. Oh my god, they look hot as fuck.
I am scared of what Marcus is going to say about this match. That's why he's last. So go ahead, sir.
I gave this match 1.5. I think there were 2 purposes that WWE were trying to get on this. One is to, I guess, Trish made herself available in her home country. I think it was that, and I think what WWE is trying to do is make Tiffany Stratton a babyface. That's what I think in preparation for Charlotte, because Charlotte is definitely the heel right now going into Mania. That's the only thing I could think of in terms of Tiffany Stratton, even though I think that's a bad move because everything about her character is total heel. So I don't.
But me and Bobby said the same thing when we were watching it. Right. Like, she's not a babyface. She's a pure
she's
heel.
Not.
But I think that's the direction they're trying to go with that. But to me, I mean, Bobby always Candice LeRae, whatever the fuck her name is,
LaRue.
Candice LeRae
was just terrible in this match. I mean, to me, this should have been done on SmackDown or Raw or whatever. This was a total throwaway match that was just included. This gave me this was definitely my main. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I really, really wanted. The only reason I watched it was to review it, because any other time a women's tag match with them in it, oh, absolutely would have been a fast forward to the end. Without
I give you 4 reasons why I watched this shit, Marcus.
Well, yeah,
Tiffany's titties,
yeah,
and Trish's titties,
yeah.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
Yeah,
because it's titty time.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future.
But other than that, this match was a total waste. So 1.5.
And they legit could have did this on SmackDown. They were in Toronto for SmackDown the night before. They could have had them get into a scuffle and everything, and they could have had Nick Aldis pull his Teddy Long. We're gonna have a tag team match here, player.
Yeah, and I think they wanted to wrap up this thing with Nia. I guess they wanted to give us a conclusion since Nia took the fall on this from Tiffany. So I guess that's their way of closing the book on that little program.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Coming up next, the unsanctioned match, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. And I want to lead this one off because you remember how I said I wanted you guys to remember the argument that we were having about the women's chamber match, and how Bobby was talking about how you got to have a balance between good wrestling and good storytelling in order to make something compelling. This match I had mixed emotions about, and it was my match of the night. I gave it 4 1/4. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens went out there and had a damn good hardcore match. However, I couldn't credit it the same way that I would a non-sanctioned match, because you remember I loved the Hangman Page Swerve Strickland lights out cage match because they didn't hold back. It was balls to the wall. This match was not, because it's WWE and they absolutely will not let that happen. This should have just been called a hardcore match or a last man standing or what the fuck ever, because there was no reason to say this was an unsanctioned match because they didn't go far enough. There was no blood like I was expecting them to do, and this match didn't even hold a candle to the Kevin Steen El Generico match from Ring of Honor, which is what everyone was expecting. And as good as this match was, it was my match of the night, 4 1/4. But this match and what happened after when Orton came out, which made this whole thing an afterthought, because after all of the damage that Owen took, he has a full-on brawl and still does the thing with Orton in order to sell his return. And that moment overrode the whole damn match. And
are you serious?
Yeah, and that's my problem, just like Bobby's problem with AEW. This kind of shit is my problem with the WWE. They had this fantastic match that should have been bloody but wasn't.
I get that part.
Okay, that tried to put over Sami Zayn but didn't, and basically stole the whole match's thunder by bringing Orton out there for his revenge so that we know that we're getting Orton versus Owens at Mania 41. And I understand that they're trying to build up to WrestleMania, which is what they do. I fucking get that, but this match could have been so much better and so much.
I got to go after you.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But especially when Owens went face first into the barbed wire on that chair, he should have been gushing blood. He was not, and it's precisely because WWE will not push that damned envelope when they promised they will, when they promised they would, when the sale happened, but we're getting none of that. And that's
oh God, I want to go.
That pisses me off just as much as it pisses Bobby off about about AEW not having enough storyline for moves. They had the perfect opportunity to have a blow-away match here, and as good as it was, it still wasn't good enough. They won't take the handcuffs off. Okay, but yeah, 4 1/4.
All right, I think I should make my point after.
Okay, we'll go Tony, then we'll go Bobby, and then we'll finish up. But Tony, go ahead, eviscerate me.
I mean, but honestly, Orton's return I don't think took away from the match at all. The match was phenomenal, and Orton's return did not take away from it because the way they did it though. Like I think it was Bobby that picked Sami Zayn because of Orton interference in the match. Yep. We all knew Orton's gonna come back. We knew that's the direction they're going. I thought they did it perfect. And here's where I think they did it perfect. You had your return, but let's have this kick-ass match. Let's not have that return during this match. I thought that the way they did it was perfect. Let them go out there. Let them do their shit. Because this was my match of the night as well. And I don't know if it would have been my match of the night if it would have been outside interference from Randy Orton to cause an outcome to lead to where they're going. The fact that like they left him out of it completely and his shit was after the match was over, I thought was great. I do agree with you, Rob, though, on the blood. Unsanctioned match, there should not be blood. There should be blood. There's a lot of things. It should not be called an unsanctioned match. Because I know, like, the one thing that Bobby gets pissed about is the fact that, like, it's not the first or the last match, which that doesn't really bother me. What kind of bothers me is an unsanctioned match should just be them walking out there and fighting. There should be no referee out there. Yeah, he had a black shirt on, but he had a black shirt with a fucking logo on. You had the commentators announcing this. If this is an unsanctioned, we're not involved in this, there's no fucking ref. There's no commentators. It's just two guys beating the shit out of each other. And I don't care where's that in the card. I have more of a problem with, like, you got a WWE official out there in a black shirt with the WWE logo on it. You got your fucking WWE commentators doing it. You had the fucking WWE announcers on it. You had your WWE ring entrances and everything. If you're going to go unsanctioned, go all in. If you're not going to do all that shit, no holds barred.
I was cracking up at that rap, though. He looked like he was on the corner in the south side of Chicago drinking a beer around a barrel with fire in it.
But the Owens beating the shit out of two referees after the first one went down was a nice touch. I have to admit that.
That was a nice touch, but it's just like, I thought the match was really good. I gave it a 4.75. Don't quite get a 5. And that rate had nothing to do with Randy Orton's return, though, because I don't think he outshined this match. I really don't. Like, yeah, they did this scuffle, and yeah, it was a lead into WrestleMania, though, but Randy Orton's return was not like when Jade Cargill came out and beat the shit out of Naomi. And it wasn't like what we saw later on in the night. He did not outshadow this match at all. Only thing they did was lay the groundwork for WrestleMania, though, but this match was really, really good. Me, personally, I was not expecting them to outdo what they did 15 years ago because these guys are older than they were back then. I could have used more blood. Blood might have got me a 5. That's the only knock that I have against it, though. But I thought they took some. I don't know how Kevin Owens keep doing this shit, to be honest with you. But the shit between the bumps he took in this match against Sami Zayn, the shit that he did against Cody Rhodes at the last pay-per-view, the bumps he took against Randy Orton, I don't know how he can keep doing this shit.
He is in deceptively good shape. Just because he has a gut doesn't mean that he's a slob. Kevin Owens is a fantastic performer.
I'm not saying for the shape he's in, though, because I'm just talking about the fucking crazy bumps he's taking, though, Rob.
Yeah, and Sami Zayn did too. And I'm not saying that.
No. The reason why I say Kevin Owens a little bit more because, like, yeah, Sami Zayn did too in this match, but he just did this shit a month ago with Cody Rhodes.
Look, I'm not saying that that Orton's. The way that Orton's return was placed ruined the match. I'm not saying that at all. It's just I'm downgrading it a little bit more than you did because not only did it become the primary focus of everything that came before it, but Owens almost no-sold the whole damned match in order to fight Orton afterwards. So that took away from it for me. Bobby may disagree. Go ahead, man.
But real quick before Bobby go, like, Eddie's talking about, like, who are the 5 nerds watching? Well, Eddie, you're one of the 5, so. And thank you for joining us.
Let me say this. There's a point you made that I'm going to keep for later. I'm just going to give my rating on this one. I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Okay.
Okay, so what's next?
Oh, well,
I'm saying I'm saving my points.
You're saving.
Right,
okay. Yeah, we're gonna pigeonhole for later. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Marcus.
I gave this match a 3.5 as well. I would have gave it higher. Not only to me does that absolutely need to be blood in an unsanctioned match. To me, in my opinion, if this is an unsanctioned match, this match shouldn't even be in the same building as a WWE show. To me, this is the kind of match that should be out in the forest or in a fucking alley or something, saying, you know what, it's just unsanctioned. You all beat the shit out of each other till one of you stop.
Styles versus Undertaker film noir shit.
Something like that. Because I mean, to me, if this is unsanctioned, it's WWE should say we have nothing to do with this. You're not even in the same building as we're in right now. I mean, to me, if it's truly going to be unsanctioned, that's will add more to the reality of it. Kind of like years ago, Roddy Piper against Goldust. That except not in the fucking truck or like that. It should be an alley somewhere, I think. But I thought there was some great table spots in this match, and oh my god, that brain buster that Sami Zayn took on a chair. I thought that was a great spot. Overall, I mean, the match would have been. I would have scored it much higher. It's just, you know, you got to have blood in a match like this, or don't have it. Say it's like no DQ or
no holds barred,
like that. And I love the bump that Little Nate took. You know, that was a great bump right there. And I didn't mind Orton returning because I mean, the whole purpose of Elimination Chamber since day one is to set up for Mania. That's the only reason for the Chamber, period. So I think that's what they did. That's what they do every year. So I mean, that's never going to change. It's not I mean, just like Payback is a pay-per-view to move on after Mania. I mean, those are what WWE do for those particular shows. So I fully expected it. So, you know, for me, I gave it 3.5.
One thing I will give Sami Zayn, though, is, and this is not really a good thing, though, but it seemed like his Mania season, his climax is the fucking Chamber. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do for him at Mania, but I don't know how he's gonna outdo this match. Just like when he took on Roman Reigns a couple years back at Chamber instead of facing him at Mania. To me, that was the Mania match, especially to put the title on Cody Rhodes that year.
Yeah, because they don't have the same confidence in Sami Zayn.
They don't.
They have Sami Zayn pigeonholed for a certain place on the card, and they don't want him to be anything else.
I mean, I give Sami Zayn credit though. Like he bounced back from Jackass.
But I mean, let's look at this for a second. I mean, you look at Sami Zayn. I mean, he's great. He's great on the mic, and he's a great worker. But just look at him. The dude weighs 120 pounds wet. Okay. I mean, when you look at, do you believe he could beat Roman Reigns? No. Do you think he could beat Kevin Owens just looking at him? No. It's all about the visual, especially in WWE. So I mean, he should not be any higher on the card than what he is. Absolutely, no, he shouldn't be.
He's a male Rio.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Oh, that's horrible, guys. I mean, we're talking about if we're talking about storytelling here, we're talking about an underdog makes good story here. Professional wrestling does that all the damn time. So what Sami Zayn looks like shouldn't matter at all compared to his skill set. And he has a great skill set. It's just that WWE doesn't give a damn about anything but visuals, seemingly.
Rob, that's wrestling, period. It's always about the visual. Ever since the 1930s, it's always about the visual.
Cosmetics isn't everything, Marcus.
I mean, with wrestling, even way back in the day, your especially your champion you gotta look like the average guy can't beat his ass. And Sami Zayn, you look at Sami Zayn. I mean, most men gonna look at him like, oh wow, fuck him up. Which is, I mean, that's old school wrestling. Period.
I've got two words for you. Bruce Lee. He didn't look like he was a tiny motherfucker, but he could kick people's ass.
No.
What?
He was a fit motherfucker too. He took that shirt off. You saw ass for days.
Hey, now wait a minute. Sami Zayn, when you looked at him last night, he had a six-pack.
Hold on, wait.
It wasn't a Rick Rude six-pack.
Marcus, let me get this. How can you compare Sami Zayn, bearded man, professional wrestler, versus Bruce Lee, a master of martial arts? A master who was so cold. He came up with he made his own martial art. I don't see Sami Zayn making his own pro wrestling.
Bobby, I am not talking about stylistically. I'm talking about appearance-wise. Bruce Lee was a little guy. He was 120 pounds soaking wet.
You ain't let me finish because I had to cough.
Sorry.
The thing about it is believability. I'm sorry, you gotta have some believability when you do this. That's why I make fun of Rio all the time. Cause that paperweight couldn't crush anybody.
I've taken shits bigger than Rio.
Guys, Rey Mysterio would have lost every single match he was ever in by that criteria.
No. Because Rey Mysterio was known as being a master of lucha. It's a difference. When you have that reputation already as being a master of lucha, you can get away with shit. Just like, let's just go with Rio, okay? I'm going to use Rio for example. Let's say Rio had Bruce Lee abilities in a fight like Bruce Lee. And fuck yeah, she should be going over motherfuckers. But that girl strikes like my 6-year-old daughter when she was crying.
But she flies like a missile.
She can fly if she wants to. Butterflies fly. Do they hurt you?
Sometimes, if they hit your damned eyeball.
That's the only thing she gonna do is hit your eyeball.
All right. Ty, what do you think of all this?
I give this a 2. I think they should have saved Randy Orton's return for the end of the match instead of during the match.
It wasn't in the match.
But still, I ain't getting that. This match should have been a whole lot better, in my opinion. They should have been beating this. Owens and Zayn should have been beating the shit out of each other when they were in Ring of Honor, when Kevin Owens was known as Kevin Steen and Sami Zayn was El Generico. They could have gave each other that kind of ass whooping.
Well,
also, protect Lil Nate. I respect Lil Nate because he takes bumps. He took that bump like a boss. And Tony was like, "Oh my God, they killed Lil Nate, you bastard!"
Yeah, that was funny.
And I was like, "Protect Lil Nate."
Was it?
He's a treasure. He's a treasure in the ref world.
Was it McAfee that said that?
I don't know.
I think it was.
Don't get me started on that. That's a whole nother rant entirely. Okay, speaking of rants, the main event, the men's Elimination Chamber, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, CM Punk, Seth frickin' Rollins, and John Cena.
Question before we go on. Are we only talking about the match, or are we talking about the match and what happened afterwards doing this?
What I was going to do was I was going to rate the match first and then talk about the afterward after. But since you chimed up, I'll let you go first on this one. And we'll follow your lead.
Okay. Match itself. Like, if after Fest had nothing to do with my rating, I'm only rating the match. Gave the match a 4. Thought the match was really good. I was hoping that it was good because the bar that women set in their chamber, I'm like, they better fucking deliver. And I feel they did. It wasn't too much over the top shit. I was honestly shocked that Drew McIntyre got eliminated by Priest so early, which I figured that's what set up their match at WrestleMania. Logan Paul impressed me in this. I was really happy with what he's done in there. I'm looking forward to seeing more with him. CM Punk, in my opinion, was the MVP in this match. Between the shit he was doing, the shit that he was selling, I thought I thought CM Punk was the MVP in this match. And they're telling a good story with John Cena. And I never thought I'd say that. I don't think I've said they're telling a good story with John Cena since he was the doctor of ergonomics. But when you look back to like how Cena's character has been for the last 20 years, wants to earn everything, but he put himself in the Elimination Chamber. He's the only one who didn't earn it. And he's so determined to get that main event spot where for the last few years, he didn't want to be in a main event because he didn't want to take that spot for somebody else. The hints have been there, and we haven't really even picked up on it. And even when CM Punk curb stomped CM Punk, old John Cena would not got all big-eyed, pulling him in and took advantage of that. Like, I like what they're doing with Cena. I was kind of disgusted with his retirement tour, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, no, we don't need this shit. I like what they're doing. I don't know how it's going to go after WrestleMania. Because I don't know if you can retire him as a heel. But you can't really turn him babyface after this that quick because he's only here for 10 more months. So I don't know what they're going to do with Cena, but I'm enjoying this. And part of me, because somebody compared this to like Hogan turning heel. And I got to be honest with you, I think it's bigger than Hogan turning heel. And this is the reason. Cena's been the corporate babyface for WWE for over 20 years. And he turned heel at WWE. Hogan was the corporate babyface for WWF for what, like 10? And turned heel somewhere else. The fact that it happened in WWE, I gotta put it up there with Hogan's heel turn, the NWO. Just for the fact that, like, how long he's been a babyface, and the fact that he did it where he's been a babyface for the last 20 plus years. The match itself, I give a 4. If I was going to count the shenanigans afterwards, it would be a higher rating because I enjoyed that shit. I mean, I thought it was really good. Like, Cena went all in on this. And The Rock was just perfect. Like, the manipulation, the way he did it. This Rock, I enjoyed a hell of a lot more than touching Cody's face and I Want Your Soul Rock a week before.
Huh?
The way Rock played it yesterday, that's how it should be done.
Okay, I'll talk about that later. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, like, the whole gangster shit that he's trying to portray, I get what he was trying to do. I think they dropped the ball. I just think they dropped the ball on that shit. I think they could have went a different way with that and still get the same message out though. But the way The Rock was yesterday, just being subtle and all that shit, was fucking perfect. That was the final boss. And I'm excited to see where this is going to go. And I'm kind of waiting to see where Roman Reigns is going to fit into all this. So, but I gave the match a 4. Absolutely love this final segment though with John Cena turning heel.
Marcus?
I gave the match a 3. Tony touched on a lot of things that I was going to touch on, but the reason I didn't score it higher was way too many periods of guys disappearing, and that's hard to do if you're inside a chamber. But I mean, there was moments like I almost forget. Like I said to myself, "Damn, Steph get eliminated," because there was a while he was gone for a while. So I didn't care for that, and I didn't care for the spacing in terms of elimination. I mean, I think 4 or 5 guys were at once. Then all of a sudden, 2 guys got eliminated just like that. Out, and so I didn't really like the spacing of that, especially with Drew getting pinned. You know, I like in a gimmick match. To me, I don't want to see a pin on a classic wrestling move like a roll up, which is essentially what that was. So I didn't care for that. So for the match itself, I agree. Punk was the MVP of that match. And I think Logan Paul really did some good heel work. I mean, he acted like a complete jerk during that match. I mean, I thought it was great. You know, I think he has he should never be a babyface as far as I'm concerned. He's really becoming a really good heel. So for the match itself, a 3. But everything after that, well, except for one part I didn't care for, which I guess we'll do if we get time to do the tap out. I'll come back to that. But I thought it was great Cena turning because I don't think a lot of people expected that. And I think there's so many directions they can go for that. I mean, I loved it when Cody said, "Go fuck yourself." Didn't expect that from Cody.
He emphasized that shit.
I mean, I thought that was great. I thought Cena's facial expressions, especially when Rock gave a slash throat sign and the way Cena's face changed, I thought that was great. I thought the storytelling has been good so far. As when you look at the built-in seeds, you know, Cena put himself in the. We didn't see Cena on SmackDown last night. You know, I think they're going with that. This is the boss move that The Rock pulled. No, I'll put you in the match. No, you don't have to be at the all you gotta do is show up on Saturday. I think all that was done well, placed on purpose. And I mean, the way Cena beat the shit out of him, man, you can see Cody walking out the ring crying when he was walking toward the back. I mean, I thought this was great. I'm actually interested to see where this is going to go. And like Tony touched on, I'm wondering, okay, it looks like Seth is going to be with Punk at Mania. So where does that? So what they going to do with Roman, especially if The Rock's not wrestling? I'm hoping it's not going to be a 3-way with Roman and Seth and Punk. I'm hoping they're not going that way with it, but it really renewed my interest in Mania. So the match is 3, and the after segment was a 4.
But you're like me though, because like I wasn't excited about Mania until this pay-per-view. Like this got me more excited for Mania now.
Right, exactly. Which is what to me the whole purpose of change.
Yes.
Ty,
I gave this match a 3. The reason why I gave it this rating is because I don't know why the hell Travis Scott was there at the end. Kylie, if you don't come get your damn baby daddy. The best part was what Marcus said was when Cody told The Rock, go fuck himself.
Emphasize that shit.
He put some bass in it when he said it. Not only did he emphasize it, he put some bass in his voice when he said that. And I gotta give Logan Paul credit for being the jerk heel. I gotta give him credit for that. I don't like him, but I do have to give him his props for being the jerk, cocky, arrogant heel that he was. And the frog splash though.
On point.
Yeah.
That was
Wait, one thing it happened on SmackDown, but when he came out to John Cena's music on SmackDown the night before, that shit was fucking gold.
Yeah, it was. I think the reason Damian Priest eliminated who did he eliminate? Either Punk or Rollins, one of the two. I think he did that, I guess on his little like revenge spot.
That was
McIntyre.
Yeah, McIntyre. I think Priest did that out of revenge to get back at McIntyre. As for Cena being a heel, that was so unexpected. The reason being is because out of all these years Cena's been with WWE, he's been a face all his life. Out of all those years of him being a heel, last night it was the one night he turned heel. Hence why I said in the group chat in big letters, what the actual fuck?
It was funny because before they get to that match, because I forget who it was, but because we're talking about like who was going to be the one to sell his soul, and somebody suggested John Cena.
I think it was Corey D. Lyons that said that in the thread.
I think it was Corey. I think it was Corey though, but I'm just like
he said it wasn't going to be Cody because he said it was going to be either McIntyre or
I said McIntyre.
Okay.
And he said Cena, and I just like I just can't see him doing it.
I didn't see him. I never saw Cena being the selling my soul type. McIntyre, but Cena,
But it honestly makes sense though for Cena because he wants to go out with that 17 title. His time is running out though, so like in the story, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass though, but him putting himself in the chamber, him so determined to be in a man. The signs were there.
Especially think about the Rumble, the expression on his face and the way Jay eliminated him.
Yeah, like they're doing a great job with this because it's like you're shocked, but you're like, man, the signs were there.
Yeah.
Okay. Bobby, who goes first?
Let's see. Wait a minute, did I get my opinion on this one?
Well, no, you were saving some points for later. I'm assuming it was for now, but
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till we do the moment of the week.
Oh, okay. So
I'm giving this one a 3.
You're giving this match a 3.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, my rating is 3 too. The match itself was decent. Again, it had the same problem the women's match did. It was a little bit too paint by numbers. Throwing somebody through the pod, frog splash off the top of the pod, all of the shit that you would expect from a chamber match we got. And, you know, that dynamic was repeated ad nauseum. And, you know, that's what we've come to expect. There was nothing offensive about the match itself except the fact that Cena won. And okay, but here's where we get juicy. All right, the match itself was a 3, but if I had to include the aftermath of it, my rating would be a -5.
Oh, good.
This is goddamn ridiculous. Number one, the only reason, and I disagree with all you guys in saying that this turn makes sense after 20 fucking years of them refusing to turn Cena because they wanted him to be this big status symbol.
No, that's what Vince wanted.
I don't care because it makes
We wanted something different than Vince. We got it.
No, we didn't, because we're still getting the fucking Rock and John Cena involved in the fucking main event of WrestleMania, and they don't want to move on.
I have a question for you. If Vince was still in charge, would we have gotten this?
Yes.
Oh,
and
bullshit.
I'll tell you why. Yeah, I will tell you why. Yes, you would, and I will tell you why.
Because Tony.
They don't want
moment of the week, remember.
Okay.
Let them go.
They don't want Jey Uso. This is all about the fact that they're being pissy about these goddamn rumors that the Mania 41 ticket sales are down, and they're blaming Jey Uso for it. And now they're the only reason they're doing this nonsensical.
If this was still the turn, Cena would have won the Rumble, not Jey Uso.
No. They weren't going to give the Rumble to Cena because that would have no, Vince would have done exactly what happened last night, and Vince is coming back. And I think this is the proof. This is the proof that not only is Vince coming back, but I care less about Mania 41 than I ever did before because of the crap that they did. Not only do they have no confidence in Jey, they have no confidence in Cody from the beginning, and that whole segment proves beyond a doubt that I have been right all along, that this company has not changed, will not change, and
we have not seen this shit from the company. How you say they're not changed?
Because it's the same fucking people. If they were changing, they would emphasize guys like Cody and Jey and
I got this.
This whole thing was manufactured so that they could shoehorn the old guys into the main event because they don't want the new guys. They want to shit on the fans that care about the shit that actually happens in the ring. And you notice that everybody forgot about the whole damned match once The Rock came out and once Cody came out, and they played out this stupid ass fucking drama. And turning Cena now, after like 10, 15 years after they should have in the first place, makes no fucking sense whatsoever. And it's the only reason behind it is to emphasize the bullshit that they have always done before. If they had wanted to make this unique, then Punk would have won the match and then sided with The Rock, and then we would have had that, which would have been the perfect way to say that the company is moving on. But they're
not. I did say that last week.
Yeah, they're going for the same.
But Cena has a better relationship with The Rock than Punk. Punk hates Rock.
That's my whole goddamn point. The only reason that Cena has any relationship with The Rock is due to the once-in-a-lifetime turned into twice-in-a-year bullshit that they only did for the sake of bullshit, trying to drag the fucking casuals into it. This is goddamn ridiculous bullshit, and it's gonna completely fuck up night 2 of Mania again. It's goddamn ridiculous, and whether Cody wins or not, whether win, lose, or draw, Cody is gonna look like shit. Especially when we get to my tap out, which I will save some ammo back for. But this is goddamn ridiculous. The match itself was just fine. Paint by numbers, but just fine. But the aftermath of it was an absolute fucking waste of time and a pathetic piece of shit. And I'm gonna pull a Bobby here. Fuck John Cena, fuck The Rock, fuck whoever came up with this stupid shit, fuck the Attitude Era, and fuck TKO. Okay, I'm gonna stop before I have a heart attack.
Real quick though, before you go, Bobby. Told you.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, gentlemen, but that and I'm sure that
no. If we would have put money on this, I would have won.
That's not. But no, Bobby, I am sorry if I have disappointed you and made you upset by going on this rant. But you have the floor now, and you can tear me a new ass if you so well please.
Okay, I'm just gonna go and just combine the two. Well, see, we gotta do you tapped out first.
So you want to save your moments for when we do that stuff?
Yeah.
We over time anyway.
I gave it a 3, so yeah. Well, let's do you tapped out, and then I'll make my points.
Okay, Marcus, your tap out first.
My tap out and Ty already kind of touched on it. Why the fuck was Travis Scott down there? I mean, I think that was him who made The Rock's entrance song, but he added nothing to that. I mean, there's no reason he should have been there. And
exactly.
For the sake of time, I'm not gonna go on a rant, but my tap out was Travis Scott being in the ring.
Travis Scott being there would be like Jay-Z being there when Hogan turned. No purpose whatsoever.
Ty, what's your tap?
I got 2 tap outs, but my tap out is mainly Marcus's tap out, which is why the fuck was Kylie Jenner's baby daddy there? I don't understand it. He should have been. He needs to be worried about Kylie Jenner and her 2 kids instead of being there with The Rock. I'm like Marcus. Travis Scott serves no purpose, just like Mama Wayne does not serve any purpose in being with the patriarchy.
Whoa! Don't be respectful for that fine piece of MILF.
But she's exactly right. No purpose at all.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
Only purpose she has is giving me a chubby.
Thank you for joining us on FTW.
That's your bet, Tony. That's your opinion, but Mama Wayne serves no purpose to me whatsoever.
She is about useless tits on the ball. She is.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. And Tony, you got your wish. We tied the damn record again. 42.
Nice.
And in honor of that, what is your tap out?
I'm not gonna go with Travis Scott because I really have no fucking idea what purpose he sold. A lot of stuff I like they're doing, but that's not one of them, and I'm dreading the fact that we might see that fucker in the ring. My tap out is honestly going to be the tag team match with Titty Time.
Okay.
Elimination Chamber. It is a setup for WrestleMania. I'm not sure if I want to say Titty Time or just say like the lack of matches itself. Less is more. I don't need like 10, 15 matches in a pay-per-view. I don't. But this motherfucker needed at least 6. They could have done 2 more matches on here, and the tag team match is not a match that needed to be on here at all. Io Sky should have been on this pay-per-view. I get what you're saying as far as Jey Uso. Like, I think there's just been something with Gunther and Uso at this pay-per-view. It's just like they left out a lot. They left a lot of meat off the plate on this. And that's my tap out, though. 3 out of 4 matches did a great job getting me excited for 41, but they cut a lot out. And they put shit in there they didn't need to put in there. And that shit they put in there was Titty Time versus Nia Jackson and that little bitch Candice LeRae. Okay. So that's why they get my tap out.
All right, I'm going to make my tap out short since you guys were nice to me about my explosive rant there. My tap out was Cody bleeding. Why in the absolute fuck would you have no blood in an unsanctioned fucking match where somebody drops their head on top of fucking barbed wire and then have somebody bleed over a fucking Rolex to the brain?
All of that'll be addressed in mine.
Okay, granted, but there is there was no reason for Cody to bleed other than to put the old guys over, and that was just
Cody needed to bleed, but I get what you're saying though, because you can't have him bleed when you had an unsanctioned match and there was no blood.
And he's the only one that bled, and he seems to be the only one that bleeds, and that makes him look terrible. And on top of everything else, that was the rotten Sunday on a dog shit casserole. Okay, Bobby.
Okay, this is just tap out. I'm waiting for moment of the week, so this one's gonna be short.
Okay.
Garbaggio's wife.
Okay. My moment was the whiplash. The Liv Morgan getting whipped with Bianca's hair. That was brutal, and that should have been in the unsanctioned match. So that was my moment. Marcus, real quick.
My moment was Naomi selling that ass whooping, and Jade her punching and kicks looked like he was really beating the shit out of Naomi. That whole segment, I thought, even though it was my baby, I thought was really good. That was my moment.
Okay, Ty.
My moment has to be the return of Jade Cargill and her outfit. I still love Jade's outfit.
Okay.
Marcus, I'm sorry about your baby getting murdered.
Hey, hopefully it'll lead to something.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's going to lead her getting an ass whooped at WrestleMania. That's what it's going to lead to.
Hey, you know what? As long as she's in a story, I'll take it.
Okay, Tony, real quick, your moment.
They took mine, so I'm gonna go with a different one. Was my other moment of the night. John Cena turning heel.
Okay.
I never thought I'd see it happen.
John Cena and his ball spot turn heel.
Okay.
I liked him turning heel, and also liked his press conference. The press conference afterwards, watched that today. Motherfucker went out there, grabbed the mic, dropped it, and left. Like, if I could get the Doctor of Thugonomics for the next 10 months, I would be fucking ecstatic.
Well, there we go. And now comes the point of the show where Bobby Rogers kicks my ass. So please, Bobby, what's your moment?
All right. My moment of the week, of course, if everybody can probably tell, was the John Cena turn with Cody. All right. There's a lot of things that people that Rob, I thought you would see.
Told you
that you didn't. I'm shocked. I'm very shocked. Let's go to the main point here. You keep thinking that it's the same old thing, and it's not. Vince McMahon would have never allowed this to happen. I don't care if it was John Cena. I don't care if it was Triple H. I don't care if it was Test. I don't care who it was. I don't care if it was old girl that he was shitting on her forehead. He would have never let this happen. This right here saying, number one, Cody telling The Rock to go fuck himself would have never happened, especially on any pay-per-view. Don't care if it was Netflix or whatever. It would never happen. They wouldn't even be on Netflix, to tell you the truth. But him saying go fuck you for yourself, that statement right there kicked off everything of what's coming into the future. Triple H is a true long-term thinker. Not this Tony Khan bullshit. Because if you think back at everything that was leading up to it, every little small nuance that was happening with John Cena, he loses the first match. He comes in Indianapolis. Oh, well, I'm putting myself into the Rumble. Huh. Well, everybody's like, well, this is last year. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, I see why he did. So they weren't even thinking like, this motherfucker about to snap on motherfuckers. It's just, oh, he's going to leave, so yeah, let him get it. You know, blah, 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 go ahead. Get your candy cane. Get your candy cane. This type of storytelling is something Vince McMahon cannot do. This type of storytelling and setups, when it comes to these guys doing the lady, the girl in the chamber door with Naomi, Vince McMahon would have never allowed that to happen. Never. Because he don't think weapons like that should be used against women. Period. This proves that this is nowhere near Vince McMahon and what he's going to do. And what he would do. It just don't. It's not. This shows TK is in full control and Triple H is in full control. Has nothing to do with McMahon. It might be the same people, but look how they treat them. John Cena turns heel. McMahon would have had a shit fit. And I don't mean that as a joke. I mean, I'm being serious.
I don't think we get the final boss on the Vince.
We don't. I was about to say that, motherfucker. Damn. We don't get the final boss. We don't even get Cody. It would have been Roman Reigns walking around and Brock Lesnar lurking around in the back somewhere trying to get him.
CM Punk could be at home with AJ Lee right now.
For the 15th time. And CM Punk would have never been back. This shows that Vince McMahon has nothing to do with WWE anymore. Now, we go to Cody. Everybody said, oh, this is just, say what? Listen, man. I'm sorry. At first, I was thinking the same thing you did. Remember last week I said the same thing, CM Punk would be the one to turn? Mm-hmm. But now, once I've seen this, I get it. I get it.
It makes sense.
And it was the biggest shock that you can have because you got to have that shock value to where people tune in and say, what the fuck did you just do? Same thing with your hero Hogan. It's the same thing. Hogan went over to WCW. Oh, yeah, prayers, vitamins, and oh, fuck that. I wear black and, because nobody expected Hogan to turn like that. And he did, and it was profitable. Now, they dragged it on a little too long and fucked it up. But with Cena retiring, that's the perfect amount of time to do something like that. He came in as a heel, and people forget that. The Doctor of Thugonomics was a heel. Mm-hmm. So he's going to leave as a fucking heel. The ring goes round and round. And that man is going out as he came in and he's putting Cody over.
Yeah, he is.
Now, this is the thing you gotta understand. No. You had your thing. You keep saying they're fucking Cody over. They're not. They're showing everybody. You leave a company like AEW. This is how we're gonna treat you. You know what I'm saying? Cody Rhodes right now is getting a rub from one of the top 5 people that ever laid hands in WWE. I'm sorry.
Bobby, this man could beat Roman Reigns and end that streak and beat their GOAT within a 12-month period.
He could. But he's getting a rub from him.
Exactly.
And that rub is important because then later on, once he leaves, he's the man that faced John Cena. He's the man. If they do it right, he's the man that lost the title and won it back from John Cena. With corporate help. You know what I'm saying? It makes his story more dynamic because The Rock is there, who's guess what? I don't care how much you hate The Rock. You got to admit, he's the most popular man on this fucking earth right now. He makes the most money off of movies right now. He is a draw. He draws more flies to shit than bees to fucking honey. And that's what you need to make money. Because the purpose of TKO is, put on entertaining product, but the bottom line is to put that cash in my pocket and make my stock go up. The Rock does that. John Cena does that. Cody Rhodes has the ability to do that. Paul Heyman does that. All of these guys that are coming together doing this stuff is doing what the bottom line is, and that is to make a good product and make it profitable so they can make money. And I'm sorry. Rob, I thought you would have saw that and came on today and said, hey, ask Tony. I said, I thought you would have came and looked at that and said, well, you know what? I'll say this at least. Vince McMahon ain't got nothing to do with this no more. And you didn't even see all that, bruh. I'm sorry. Everybody saw that. Everybody sees that Vince McMahon has nothing to do. That right there shows that Vince McMahon had nothing to do with this anymore. And that's why I keep telling you, even though I hate AEW what they did to CM Punk, I keep an open mind. Because I'm hoping one day they will kick the motherfucking brothers' ass all over the fucking place and get them the fuck out of there. They beat Hangman Page's ass and they get them the fuck out. And Tony Khan has somebody who's real there that will help him make it into something that could be good. They're already making a move now. It's only 9 matches. Think about that. It's an improvement.
We still got Dynamite. They can add more now.
It's a little bit of an improvement. So we're seeing something there. But I'm just shocked. My moment of the week, a moment in the chamber, is definitely Cody Rhodes and them because they did that perfectly. And the bleeding thing. I knew it was something I wanted to say. The bleeding thing real quick. I was discussing with Tony, I think they should have had the unsanctioned match after the Elimination Chamber. I kind of see why they didn't because of what happened afterwards. But you can't have bleeding all the time in a program. It will look stupid because it's like it's an unsanctioned match. He should bleed. But at the same time, Cody's moment was way more important than somebody bleeding in an unsanctioned match. It was way more important. And that's why it was in the blood. Because to make it more effective, think about it. If he would have bled, if one of them would have bled during that damn unsanctioned match, and then they went right there to Cody's match, and they beat his ass and made him bleed, it wouldn't have been as effective. Oh, another motherfucker bleeding. John Moxley came here twice. But that's why. Because
John
you want
came
that moment
twice.
to be that special. And you want that moment to be that important. So yeah, it's an unsanctioned match. And I didn't like it either. Tony know it. Tony's like, how the fuck you going to unsanctioned match after Elimination Chamber? It's named after that. But that's the point that I was looking at. Because you could have still had that happen, but had the unsanctioned match where they bled too, because, you know what I'm saying? But it wouldn't have been as effective. It wouldn't. So that's my point. My match of the night.
Well, Bobby, I guess we're just going to have to agree to be night and day on this because, you know, and our audience is going to have to decide who's right because we are way over time this week on FTW Future Focus. So
the Vince McMahon question we're going to save for next week.
Yeah, because, you know, that goes into this debate too, and we're going to be continued, definitely to be continued. So on behalf of Tony Motown Allen, Marvelous Marcus Buckley, the Tigress Ty Nickerson, and the Mastermind Bobby Rogers, this is your not-so-humble correspondent, Robert Black, saying so long for another week. We will definitely see you in the future. The beat goes on. We'll come back with this debate and more. Hit that James Brown, baby.
And one more thing. Omega!
Hit it. Oh, how you feel, brother? Feeling good. You feel good? Feeling good. It's groovy. Play so much bone, brother. How you feel, man? I feel all right. I call your name. I don't want no people to know you're in here. How you feel, fella? Hey, Jam! Sure getting down. Look at him. Ha. We're gonna have a funky good time. 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 Let's take 'em up, Fred. We gotta take you high. Yeah. Ow. All right. You wanna do it again? You wanna do it again, huh?